All right, Lightseekers, welcome back to PAX South here in San Antonio, Texas. We are coming in here. We are going to round two, or game two, actually, of this game in the quarterfinals here. We've got Triceracop. You look like you want to talk.
We got Triceracop on the left, and he's playing Dolo the Mighty. And then on the right, we've got Taco Kids up, and he's playing Trianu. And so we've got a mountain versus nature matchup in this quarterfinals.
Correct.
My name is Jacob, and you're
I'm
the Rev.
Yeah, we are one game into this, and so far Triceracop was able to take the first game.
Yeah, with a really timely Wrath of the Mountain, just sort of smacked his opponent down.
Very strong.
It was a quick massacre. And so now we're picking up in game two. And hopefully this one might have a bit more interesting plays to it.
So we'll see what they're doing here. It looks like we're starting out.
Yep. So
Taco Kids up is drawing cards.
Yeah, it looks like he's just passed his first turn. And it looks like Triceracop is returning that by activating Dolo's ability and taking 2 damage to draw 2 cards.
That life for cards, very strong. Using that life as a resource.
He still has an action left, so he's drawn the same number of cards as his opponent, but for an action less.
All right. Lava bouncing.
Lava bouncer, yeah. So Lava Bouncer deals 2 damage to Taco Kids up. It's going to knock him down to 28. And most importantly, he has to put 2 cards back in the category of Triceracop's choice. So let's hope he can pick a good category here.
It's a pretty good safe bet.
So he is putting back 2 Monster Age Defenders. So he's not 2 very strong defensive cards. We might see another quick, aggressive matchup here.
Let's see. That makes me really curious what else the Taco Kids up has in his hand there.
He might have just been limited on buffs. He might have like a hand of attack and defend cards, and those are his 2 buffs that he had to put back.
Yeah, that could
really hurt.
Well,
maybe he's keeping his own damaging buffs so that he can sort of strike back with a quick, aggressive start. And we're seeing another 2 cards being drawn.
Yeah, Triceracop's a very aggressive mountain player.
Yep, and so Triceracop again, just going to Dolo the Mighty himself down to 27, pick up another couple of cards. He's basically drawing the same number of cards as Taco Kids up, but he's doing it with 1 less action. And he made Taco Kids up put 2 cards back, so he's now like up so many cards so early in the game.
It's definitely some strong cards.
We're seeing a quick, aggressive, sneaky creeple. So we've seen a card drawer and then aggression, card drawer, and aggression. And this has been sort of Triceracop's MO throughout this tournament today.
He's been able to play it very consistently. There's another Monster Age Defender. So he got 3 in hand, or drew 1.
He might have drawn 1 back.
Drawn 1 in there, yeah. So again, especially against an aggressive player like the Monster Age Defender, just that defendability, the reduction is very, very strong. Because again, it is from every single source of reduction. Like everything that hits him is being reduced by 3, and that's very strong in this game.
So we're seeing another Dolo the Mighty activation. These turns are playing out.
He's
just going to Crystal Leech for not the full value, because Crystal Leech, of course, can remove 2 buff cards, but just take out the 1 Monster Age Defender. Maybe now he's wishing he'd kept it for that Spectral Mantis that's come down under Taco Kids Up's control. And then just another card draw. Notably, no Trianu activations at all this game from Taco Kids Up.
I think he's probably learning that plays into the Dolo thing, right? Like every time you heal Dolo, he's just going to get cards off of it. And I think he's trying to avoid that if all possible, which I think is a smart play, but it also hurts a lot because he's not able to get his own card draw game going, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're coming into a stream of Thanatos here.
Yep, so it's going to be a bit of healing and a bunch of damage.
Yep, it's a very big life swing.
Yep. So that's going to mean Triceracop's up to 32, and he's knocked his opponent Taco Kids up down to 20. Spectral Mantis, though, is going to take away 2 points of that life off Triceracop straight away. Yep. And obviously Spectral Mantis resets every time there's a healing for Taco Kids up. So if we can partner with that with some healing now, that's going to be a pretty good combination.
That'll just keep that buff rotating.
And we're finally seeing a Trianu activation from Taco Kids Up. So he's decided now to give some life away to pick up some cards.
He's realized he really needs to get into some cards. But
and
again,
there's that healing we need. So he's going to heal for 1 off Stomper Shaman, and that's going to restart his Spectral Mantis. Very nice, very nice.
Getting that little machine gun going.
So 21 health now for Taco Kids Up, but 33 life for Triceracop is a lot of life.
Yeah, it's huge on a Dolo player. He basically can take cards all day if he wants to.
Yep. And we're seeing an Umbron Informant. So he's going to draw until he has as many cards as his opponent has in hand. And in this case, it looks like it's going to be 3 extra cards. That's a pretty good rate for 1 card.
All right, looking at his options here. With a hand that size, he's got quite a few options. Once again, Triceracop's one of our local players here. You can see he's sporting an Alpha Strike game shirt. That's a local game store.
Yeah, and there's a Crystal Leech again, this time for the full value. These crystal leeches, we've seen the mountain decks get a lot of value out of crystal
Very
leeches
strong.
today.
Once again, just underlining the importance of having removal in that deck.
One of the big things about today's like very nature-heavy meta that's formed is that nature doesn't really have the greatest buff removal, but it does have a lot of buff reliance in its strategy. So these 2-for-1 buff removal spells that are coming out of the other decks have been giving them a chance to compete.
Yeah, it really hurt against a nature player.
And we're seeing another Monster Age Defender. More defenses for Taka Kids up. Don't think he's going to be seeing that get crystal leeched away, since we've already seen 2 of those out of the Triceratops. But we are seeing a Dolo the Mighty activation.
Looked like a Dolo the Mighty. He got an exterior defender. I swear he drew another crystal leech. He did. He's got his third crystal leech in his hand. So once again, crystal leech is a burn card. So once that's in his discard pile, he is not able to get that back. So he's got one good removal card left, holding it in hand. He's got to hang on to that thing because, once again, green very strong on the buffs, have some really, really strong buffs that Triceratops is not going to want to have on the table.
Taka Kids Up has just run out a life binding, and so now he's got 2 fairly high priority buffs that could potentially see a removal. This crystal leech might come out.
Boy, that's tough. I don't know, because the thing is those 2 buffs are going to keep Taco Kids Up alive, right? Which of course is problematic for Triceratops. The thing is, oh, he's taking him out. Okay,
there's the crystal leech. He's just going to deal. He's just going to get this problem just done. Right. And he's still got that exterior defender there, just sitting there. And there's an Umbral Thief just for the 4 damage to knock Taka Kids Up down to 17.
All right, he might just be working him down. I wonder if he's got. I haven't seen his hand. I wonder if he's got like.
And with Triceratops on 33, he's on almost double the life of Taka Kids Up.
Yeah, I think oh, he's using that. Yeah, I think the lack of ability to use Triano's, or at least the crippled ability of Triano's to use Triano is really hurting Taco Kids Up here, I think.
Yeah, but he has just fired it off to put Triceratops up to 35. Like, he's decided it's worth it now, so... I mean, he's obviously just desperately in need of cards to do something. You know, he can't keep playing this sort of passive play.
Right, particularly hard against...
So we're seeing a Mantis Raider just to cancel out the exterior defender. Seems quite reasonable. And that's the 2 actions there from Taka Kids Up.
Right, so
and we're seeing a Dolo the Mighty activate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just straight away cashing in those life points from Triano to get that card draw. Such good value. And we've got a Stone Scribe. So that one's going to catch all of the cards that Triceratops uses. Instead of going to the discard pile, it's going to hide under the Stone Scribe. And when the Stone Scribe expires and heads to the discard pile, it's going to put all the cards underneath it back into the deck.
I'm pretty sure he's sad that he drew that after he's already spent all of his
crystal leeches. Yeah.
But still, be able to get some good value, get some of his cards back. So.
And we're seeing another Triano activation, just giving those life points back.
All right, he's going back to the strategy of trying to build up that hand.
Yeah. He's got to find something sort of big to help him get back into this game.
There's plenty of options. I'm moving at.
There's another Monster Age Defender. That's the full set.
Here I see a Colossi Ritual.
Another Dolo the Mighty activation back to 33, just to keep picking up cards. He didn't rotate his Stone Scribe there though, so hopefully he picks up on that now and gives it a twist.
So he's explaining what the card does. I think he got distracted. There he goes.
We're good. That Colossi Ritual side is going to be a big hit next turn.
So once again, it's a very, very versatile card. You can use that to increase your damage by 3, all damage you deal. It also reduces damage that you take by 3, so it does very well if you need to Dolo for more cards.
Yeah.
Like it's very
one of the optimal turns if you want to get sort of like the cool value off is you use Dolo to draw 2 cards without taking any damage because it's prevented, and then you get to just fire off a burn spell straight away and just do some damage.
Yeah, very, very useful. All right, looking at his options here again. Yeah, Taco Cuts Up is looks like he's feeling that pressure. Just knowing that he's kind of cards down because of his ability being a little bit handicapped there.
We're going to see a Fungal Leecher, so nothing, but then 2 turns of 2 damage and 2 healing. So it's playing a bit of a longer game there. Alright, so we got a Sneaky Creeble. That's going to ignore the Monster Age Defender and get the Colossi Ritual side increase. So it's going to be a full 7 damage down to 10.
Yeah, good use of that. That is the power of the Ninja Pig right there.
And it's going to slip itself straight under the Stone Scribe. The Scribe will remember.
Scribe will remember.
And we have an Everrock Relic, and we're going to shuffle back a combo. So it's going to do 3 damage, increased by 3 for a full 9, but reduced by 2, so only 7. Knock his opponent down to 3.
Did they add on the...
I don't think he's added on the Colossi Ritual set.
Get 3 more on there. They're looking, looks like they're consulting with the judge.
Yep.
There it goes. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 3 is 9.
So,
yeah, I'm not sure that's quite the right addition, but that's all good.
It's
So Taka Kid's up is now in a sort of a perilous
Going
fall.
there. Yeah, he's in kind of rough position at this point.
Yep.
Just the ability, Triceratops' ability to sneak past that, the Monster Age defender has really kind of crippled him as well.
It was a very good save of the Ninja Pig.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a power card. I think it's often underestimated by early players, but once you start seeing the power of the damage reduction, that Ninja Pig just grows in value. All right, getting closer to that life-saving, much-needed life-saving tick. We'll see if it's going to be enough soon enough.
There's a Tree of Life, so it's going to be not a Tree of Life, sorry, a Tree Sprout. And that's going to be it's going to be a lot of value for healing there.
Starting to get that
and we're seeing a Spore Feeder, so that's going to be 5 healing, I believe.
All right, yeah, he's really trying to get that
back
healing,
up to 9.
trying to get back into that game with that. Just keep him playing.
And 2 damage that should be prevented by the Ritual Sight against Triceratops. Yeah, I think he's just. It's going to go under the Stone Scribe.
Going to it. Yep, that'll tuck under this. Everything that goes to the discard pile will instead go to the Stone Scribe.
Yep.
Which makes Stone Scribe very strong, very beautiful. That includes combo cards.
Yeah. And it includes burn cards that you normally can't get back from the discard pile because they never quite get there. So it's definitely a potent one.
Very strong, yeah. Because again, those burn cards are usually something like some kind of removal card, like those worms. Again, or the Crystal Leeches. So, and those cards are so important. So
where is the Stone Scribe gone? It seems to have disappeared in this exchange. Does he just put it back into his hand, or the discard, or where's it ended up? And I mean, the Ritual Sight's also gone weird. I'm not sure exactly what's happened there, but...
Okay, there we go. So the Ritual Sight's back in. Oh, the judge is looking at
everything's
it.
all in the good spot. Okay, we're all good. There's a judge answering your question. Okay. All right, now we're just going to see if he can pull out a little bit of damage to finish things off.
Checking the rotation on where it was. Okay. There we go. Excellent.
So he's seeing a $1 to Mighty activation down to 29 life.
That means he just wants to grab some cards there. What did he draw there? Looks like an Informant. I didn't see what else he got. Although he's got the hand size advantage, so that Informant's not going to currently help him.
Yeah. Let's see if he can find a bit more damage. That's obviously what he's digging for here. So you can see an Enchanted Soil.
Gonna go for some healing.
Yeah, so the big thing about that healing though is we do know he's got a Rock Rager in hand. So he's gonna get the heal off the Enchanted Soil, which is then gonna make the Rock Rager do an extra 3 points of damage. Especially now that the Monster Age Defender's gone. It's gonna be a pretty high impact turn.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to hit really hard.
But the Tree Sprout there is healed for 2. So Taka Kid's up is back to 13 against Triceratops 27.
He's definitely looking for his growth options.
He's thinking about what he's got here.
Yeah. Trying to keep himself in the game.
There's a Reckless Spirit. Again, getting rid of the Stone Scribe before he can get the value off putting the cards back in his deck. And he gets to chip away for 3 damage, knocking Triceratops down to 24.
That was good. Good play. That's gonna means he's not gonna have to face some of those cards that he doesn't want to have to look at again. So very good removal. The last minute. I think he was waiting for the last minute on that one to get maximized value out of that.
Yep. And then we're seeing a Spirit Mob. And Spirit Mob is 3 damage increased by 3 if you have more buffs than your opponent. So that's going to be the full 6 to knock him down to 18.
Certainly does.
But Enchanted Soil brings Triceratops back to a nice healthy 20.
But Taco Kid's up is really starting to chip back away at Triceratops here.
It's been a bit of a turnaround.
Yeah, it looked like Triceratops was going to start running away with this game, and Taco Kid's up is working his way right back into that. So very nicely done.
So Triceratops looks like he just cashed the Enchanted Soil life straight back in to get a $1 activation, and then has thrown out a Prism Cannon.
Big cannon. Once again, that big 8 looming.
It's slow, but it hits hard when you get to it.
Like a truck, yeah.
But today we have seen the Nature decks, their Old Oaks and their Forest Menders have been doing a great job at keeping those Prism Cannons down.
Yep, keeping them at bay, definitely. All right, rotating buffs, going to swing for 2 of 4.
And so we're seeing a...
Go talk to some people.
Cool, so Tree Sprout's drawing some extra cards. So, it seems like Taka Kid's up has really clawed his way back into this game, up to 16 life again. 16 life for both players, in fact, all tied up.
So we're kind of like balancing things out here. Yeah, very well done. Very well done.
And a Creeble Infiltrator. That is a good one against Dolo's mighty card draw. Because that's going to mean as long as Triceratops has more than 5 cards in hand, he's going to be taking 2 damage a turn.
So and then with both decks being so strong in the card draw, of course, that's very impactful.
Yep. We're seeing another batch of healing here for Triceratops, bringing him back up to 19. Regaining that sort of tenuous health lead.
You'll notice as he's dropped down, he's kind of ceased his spending a bit, but we'll see. Oh,
That's
there
right.
we
So
go.
there's a crystal bat. So 3 damage to Taco Kids up, and then 3 healing for Triceracop. Sort of creating even more of a life disparity. And there's that Rock Ranger for 6, knocking Taco Kids up right down to 7.
That's such a big hit with those 2 cards in a row.
All right, so the Fungal Leech is rotating out, the Tree Sprout's rotating out. The Criminal Infiltrator is quite happy to sit and just sort of do its thing for forever, if left to its own devices.
We'll sit there and poke at you, yep.
And I imagine that since we've already seen a bunch of Crystal Leeches from Triceracop, I imagine that Criminal Infiltrator is going to stay there.
Yeah, I think he's burned through all 3, I believe.
Yep.
So his...
Oh, I'm seeing a Triano activation to put Triceracop back up to 25.
Interesting.
It's a very late Triano activation.
Yeah, I think he's probably looking for answers at this point, just trying to keep himself in the game.
Yep. Yeah, he sort of clawed his way back up, but he's seen that lead rapidly slip away.
Yeah, green is a very tanky color. It does have a very strong reduction. It does have very strong healing. He's been burning through a lot of it, though. I mean, those Monster Age Defenders are all gone at this point.
Yep.
Or shuffled back in. I can't remember how many have
no,
come back
I
out.
think he's played them all. I think he's seen 5 Monster Age Defenders over the course of the game.
Wow.
With that shuffle back. But I believe he's also played a couple of Stumpdrift Shamans now, so I feel like he's starting to run low on those defensive resources. We've got to see if he can turn the corner and bring the offensive game in.
There, let's see. I can see a combo in his hand. I wonder what he's contemplating there. I can't see what it is.
I mean, he's got a Corvid Conspiracy on the front, and we know Nature players love their Corvid Conspiracies.
Oh, such a good buff.
But we're going to see a Soul of War for a bit more card draw. So whenever he takes damage, he's going to pick up cards.
Yep, for every single source.
Yeah, every single time.
So I think he's hoping to get some of that.
There's a little more healing for Triceracop. Another batch of 3 brings him back up to a very healthy 28. Like he's back up there.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like what can he do to sort of start finishing things off. We've got an Umbron Informant, so he's going to draw a bunch of cards here. I think it might be 3 or 4 here.
4, 5.
That was just 4.
Was it 4?
Yeah, but one card turning into 4 cards is that's a magic trick I'd love to perform.
That's good value.
Yeah.
It's great value.
What are we going to see
Not
here?
even just
And an Umbron Thief, just for straight 4 damage to knock Taco Kids up right down to an unhealthy 3. Hopefully Taco Kids up remembers to draw off his Soul of War there.
Right. So it takes the
Creeble
2 damage.
Infiltrator for the 2 damage.
Excellent. Yep.
There's the Soul of War draw.
All right, he's got a Stumpdrift Shaman he just drew there.
That's very timely.
It's
I'm
very
not sure if
timely.
1 point of healing is going to be enough to keep
I
him
don't know
sort
if
of
he's
in
got
this
enough.
match.
If he's gonna have the time to keep that to really get it to tick.
But I mean, some healing is better than no healing.
Absolutely.
Seems like there's some strong decision making happening here.
So buffs are rotated.
Because that Prism Cannon's it's fire next turn.
It's yeah.
All cylinders ready, but I'm pretty sure I saw a Reckless Spirit in Taco Kids Up's hand.
So
So I'd be
gonna-
very surprised. Oh no, he fired it off on the Stone Scribe earlier.
Yes.
He probably does not have a Reckless Spirit in hand. I will retract my earlier statement.
So he's got to be able to try to mitigate that damage somehow, either by removal, by prevention, or a massive heal of some type.
He's got options. I'm just not sure those options exist in his hand with what he's got now. He's doing some thinking. I feel like there's a combo coming.
There's a big combo in there of some kind. I haven't quite been able to see what it is.
It might be a regrowth, which would be 5 healing, bring back a couple of Monster Age Defenders would be a very strong
That would be,
play.
If you got a pair in play, that'll protect you for 6 points of damage.
It's just, I think he's just considering like if he can make the payment. Yeah, that is a regrowth, and I think you need to fire off the regrowth here, otherwise this game is well and truly over.
Yeah, you've got to be able to avoid damage. When you're sitting at 3, pretty much any damaging card's going to kill you.
I mean, when you're sitting at 3, like the other thing that's pretty.
and the Prism
okay,
Cannon.
we're just doing a Triano activation, so we're going to put our opponent back up to 29, and
He's
then
digging.
a Forest Mender is going to
That'll
bounce the Prism Cannon.
That'll help.
Yep, and it gets you 2 healing as well, right?
Yes, it'll give him 2 healing.
So he's going to go back up to 5 as well, but he's still an Everrock Relic away from death that I can see peeking out of Triceracop's hand there. He's going to rotate out the Enchanted Soil, and there's that Everrock Relic, and that's going to be the 6 damage we need to close out this game. There's the handshake.
All right,
very well played by both these guys.
Oh, very good. Congratulations. Congratulations to Triceratops. Very good play on both sides. Taco Kids Up, also very well done. Welcome to the game, both of you. We're so glad to have you both playing. Thank you for the good games, for the entertainment once again, here live at PAX South.
Look forward to seeing you again soon in the semifinals.
Yeah, definitely.